We're here in the TB8 studio with Master Chef Daniel Joly, owner of Mirabelle, one of the most unique and delicious restaurants here in Avon, and his chef Simone cooking up some delicious pastry. I just love the smell of this right now.
It's great. You know, and that's I think a lot of time what people forget in the restaurant. You know, we at Mirabelle take very pride of, you know, when you sit down from your salad to your pastry, to make sure everything is handmade and, you know, and craft in house. And we have Simon is our pastry chef, and, you know, he work like literally from the bread to you know, the pastry to the ice cream. Everything is made from scratch, and I think that's kind of what Mirabelle is been known over the years. You know, like kind of that homey, very unique, you know, comfort food almost, I would call it.
Yeah.
And you see what we're doing today? We have a little sablé breton. You know, it's kind of a little cookies, a crunch. And Simon is making a pastry cream that it flavored with some pistachio. I mean, it's a kind of that green color from it.
Yeah.
And we're just going to garnish that little crust, you know, with some apricot, because apricot become in season. Also, one thing very unique about Mirabelle, we have our own greenhouse next to the restaurant. I mean, we kind of grow some of our, you know, green and things like that. And if you think about the valley, it's kind of, you know, I think it's always fascinating to me. The whole golf course of Beaver Creek was a lettuce farm, and Mirabelle was the home of the owner of those lettuce farm.
Oh,
I mean, I think you know, it's kind of amusing to me to go back at that, because, you know, truly lettuce and green grow very well in this area.
Yeah.
And, you know, and it's just, I think, very kind of fun to mess with it. You know, I always said to, as a chef, our main focus is really to find the very best ingredient, and from there just, you know, touch it the less possible to make it, you know, to make it shine, you know. And that's what's, you know, to me is really important. I'm gonna reach over and get the plate, get ready.
Yeah.
And we got a little, you know, raspberry, and here is kind of a apricot and passion fruit coulis also we're gonna put on the plate.
The plate decoration is a true art form. I'm always impressed with that.
I think, you know, you kind of eat with your eyes, you know,
Yeah.
in some extent, you know, like the first impression, because, you know, your eyes see what they look like, and there you say, man, they look pretty good, I'm going to put it in my mouth, you know. It's like, if you look, they don't look right, but I don't think it's the most important. I think flavor is where you start, and you develop the right flavor, and there you just kind of say, okay, what can we do for this to make it, you know, start to make it look good, you know.
Yeah.
But then again, also you want to make sure you use some flavor go together, you know, like for instance, here we have like the raspberry in the coulis, and we have the raspberry in fruit. And we have the same thing with the apricot, you know, in the coulis, and we have in fruit, because you want to develop some crunch and flavor at the same time, you know. And that's why I think is the magic. I don't think, you know, be overcomplicate is important. I mean, our food is very, I would say, like very clean, you know, like we respect the ingredient, and that's why it's very easy for us when we have situation like somebody come and is gluten-free, or situation like that, the celiac disease or whatever.
Yeah.
We can very easily adapt, because nothing is really craft before. It's not like we open a can and we just send them out, you know. We really custom made, and you know, we're gonna garnish here. And yeah, this morning before I come, I went to the greenhouse and I picked up a couple mint leaf, you know, and we just finish up the little deck.
It's a visual and taste experience here.
Yeah,
like,
but, you know,
it looks beautiful. Like you were saying, I have to eat this. It just looks so good.
You see, we bring two because, you know, we want you to have one, but we want to make sure that young lady behind the camera get one as well, you know.
It looks like there's a bite for everybody in the studio. We're good at sharing here.
But, you know, that's what really I think, you know, with something kind of sample, but I want to focus also to let know people is a dining experience is from, you know, the way you get received in the stand, you know, at the bar or at the hostess with a smile, and you go to the restaurant and you sit down and you get the meals. And, you know, and also one thing is we're very famous for, at Mirabelle in the summertime anyway, we have a beautiful deck outside of the restaurant when you get the creek and everything, and it's kind of like you're 2 minutes away from the city, but you feel like in the country.
Yeah.
You know, and that's really cool.
Oh, that's so great. So Mirabelle is a true experience, from the rustic environments, from the old lettuce farmhouse to the beautiful food presentation. If I can find a date, I think I would like to take them there sometime this summer.
You know what I told to my friend, and I was going to tell you this, it's kind of a joke, it became a joke, but I saw it, and that's why I speak that way. if you don't take your girlfriend or your wife to Mirabelle, somebody else will.
Yeah.
And it's kind of embarrassing, but it's kind of true,
It's the way it works in this valley, right? You got to be quick on things.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you so much, Daniel.
Nice
it looks
to be
delightful.
here.
I appreciate you coming in the studio.
It's nice to be with you. Thank you for having me.
Yes, definitely check out Mirabelle just off the roundabout on your way up to Beaver Creek to the left. Now, coming up next, we've got Mark Sassy and more fun adventures.